Hey everybody, in the last video we created the village of Bridgehaven with a crumbling watchtower that no one was allowed to enter and 5 NPCs with relationships and interesting plot hooks. Today my goal is completely different. It's going to be to build a magical academy with some interesting NPCs, professors, and also some plot hooks with 1 or 2 quests. So let's go for it. As always, I go to world elements to begin, and in this case, since it's going to be a magical academy, we'll go for guilds. I think that's what makes them. Yes, this makes the most sense. Create new world elements. Let's go for guild, and let's go for an ancient magical. Let's make it old. Academy, hidden within a mountain peak. I want it to be excluded. Where students are trained in secret arts, and the headmaster is never seen in public. Let's go for this. See what we get. Okay, there you go. So we have the name, the Obsidian Spire. I guess I'll keep the name. I'll usually read everything and edit some things, okay? For the purposes of these videos that I create, I'm not going to do so because it's going to take a long time. But I'm interested here in important leaders because these I will create later as NPCs. So, but we have everything we need. So we created, now we need some art. So let's already generate it. Alright, there you go. I guess I'll keep the image, although maybe for this type of, building, maybe I'll do, I don't know, I guess it's fine if maybe I'll find one later and I'll just put the URL. So we have here the information. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a faction. Well, I didn't tell you, but you always need the world settings to be set up here. So you have the name here, and then you have 1-2 paragraphs is enough. I think max 500 words is like the maximum you need for this, but a paragraph that explains more or less your setting and your tone, what the things that you have here is more than enough. So I'm gonna create, these are the NPCs from the other location. From Bridgehaven, but now we're going to create a faction. But here I'm going to have this opened because I'm going to use this information to create the faction now. So Forge faction, custom prompt, and now I don't care what I put here. Just put this. There you go, generate, because I'm going to now change this information and add all this, or what's interesting anyway. So I have this here. I'm gonna put this now. I don't know if I want this, not needed, the size, the motto. I'm guessing I like this because it gives important context. I don't need the leaders now because I'll use the purpose. Teach Isabel was flourish in Virelia. Okay, this is my setting, by the way, Virelia. Okay, why not? I'll use the purpose. I'll close this, I don't need it. So, I'll do it here, purpose, and then I guess conflicts, reputation, and hitting goals, all are good. There you go, confirm and create. And I have the faction here. Now I'm going to build some NPCs, right? So the first NPCs that I want to build are the ones that the faction already gives me. So I'm going to create an enigmatic headmaster, a figure who has never been seen in public. Okay, and then a council of elder mages. So we don't have any specific here. We have to create the headmaster, and then I'm going to create some others. So let's go for the headmaster. So prompt forging, no location, the faction, the Obsidian Spire. Now, let's see. Headmaster, the elusive headmaster who communicates I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to fill it, and I'll let you know when I finish all the NPCs, okay? Because I think that's going to be better for you. Okay, there you go. So we have here Archibald Veyron. I like the name. So we have here the portrait, the backstory. I'm going to save it. I'll usually, what I'll do, usually I'll edit anything that I don't like. I'll just edit here. I'll put any at the end notes for me to remember. And then I'll usually export them as, you know, little cards for me to have opened as the session goes on, right? So we have here some important things: breeding, paranoia, secrecy, transformation. I haven't read this. I should. Reclaiming the Empire's lost power drives, and this is from also my setting. Okay, not bad. If I wanted to make the backstory bigger, background, I will just generate again, or I'll just edit here anything that I like, or I'll just go to the DM assistant to help me out. So I have here Archibald. Now let's go for the next NPC. Right? Even though it's at 0, if I refresh it, then I'll see the one there. So let's go and create another NPC for this location. So let's go here. I'll pause it and I'll let you know. Okay, so I've written a weird professor of divination who keeps warning students about a shadow they haven't seen yet. She's a female tiefling. Let's see what we get. Hopefully it creates a real tiefling, and the portrait really, you know, you can see the tiefling and the devils. They are represented. So let's see what we get. Okay, we have a tiefling. I was suspecting it to be red. I guess we didn't say that in the portrait, but we can always go here and change the portraits with the custom prompt, or just change the description. If we change the description here, slender tiefling woman with ash gray skin. Of course, we didn't explain what type of physical appearance we were going for. But we can always, if we change this description, we can always generate a different portrait, and we can change all these things later on. All right, so I have my second NPC, divination professor, and let's go for the next one. I think 5 NPCs are usually perfect for a location. Between 5 and 8 NPCs, 8 for a very big location. Obviously, if it's a city or if it's something really, really big like a metropolis, you need plenty more. But I'm guessing that for a faction, I think usually between 5 and 10, it's good enough. And then you can always add more from there. So let's go for another one. This time, again, I'm gonna do, let me think, I'll pause it. Okay, I wrote this. A mute half-giant who tends the academy grounds and leaves cryptic symbols behind in chalk. Male. Let's do male here. Let's see what we get. Now what's happening here in the background is that this is creating the character based on the campaign setting, based on the location, and based on all the context that you have already prepared, right? Ooh, a bit scary. Okay. This is what I said, the cryptic symbols, moves the reader with quiet. Okay. I think I like it. Silently guards the academy's ancient secrets. Ooh, I like that. All right, so we have him here, and now I think this something weird happened here. He has a finger here. That's weird. All right, so we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do a student, I think, that the characters can find. And we'll go for the typical student that everybody hates. Student. Again, I'll pause it. Okay, I think this is going to be fun. A top student who arrived mysteriously last year and knows advanced spells. They were never taught here. I think that's going to be fun. I also need to give it... He is a halfling. Why not halfling? Man. Yeah. Let's do that. If I gave it more of a physical description, then the character will, the portrait will represent that. But let's keep it open to see what we get, and then if, of course, you wouldn't like it, we can edit later. Okay, Kellyn Underbow. All right. Ooh, we have here rumors whisper that he once belonged to a secretive sect preserving fragments of the divine empire, Lost Arcana. This is again part of my setting. So we always have here a secretive sect. We can add this as a faction. So as you can see, as when you start generating things and you start reading, you get more ideas, and you can build on those ideas and create other factions, other locations, other things. So your world, you know, keeps expanding basically. So we're gonna save him, and now we're gonna create some relationships, because now in factions we have here the 4, even though it says 3. I'm gonna refresh it, so it says 4. This is my OCD. There you go. So we have here 4 NPCs. Let's stick with 4, because then the video is gonna get too long. These relationships, we already have them from earlier. So let's build a new relationship, and let's go with I need to find them now. So we're gonna go with Archibald, which was the headmaster, with the student. So let's go with mentorship, right? Because I'm maybe they share a secret or something, and we can get something very cool here. All right, so here we have it. We have a full description and then some plot holes I will read later. But let's see what we get. We have so okay, inspires one intelligent system with enchanted mirrors and he was with resurrecting the Empire's sense of magic. He was taken interest in Kane. Okay, seeing him with the potential to revive the lost powers that once shaped their world. Okay, he stepped in secrecy and mutual caution, going against spiritual guidance through reflections. Okay, well, yes. And then together they embody the progressive balance between knowledge and danger. Okay, so I don't love it, but probably the plot hooks will be great. So we have them here. So plot hooks. Let's see. Rival faction within the Obsidian Spire seeks to expose Kaelin's forbidden runes and discreet archibald's. Okay, for instance, the duo to uncover who is behind the plots. Okay, so if the players like, we can make the players like, I mean, if the players like them and they establish a relationship with them, this can be a great seed for a quest. And if they don't, it can also be a good quest, because then we should create the rebel faction inside the academy. We can create it with this idea and then develop a quest behind that. Then the second one, a mysterious artifact linked to the Divine's Empire's. Okay, surfaces. Okay, and Archibald tasks Kaelin with retrieving it, but the journey threatens to reveal the headmaster's feathers. Oh, okay, that's nice. And then Kaelin begins to experience visions through his arcane tattoos that hints at hidden betrayal within the academy. Okay, this may be related to the first one, right? So now what I'm going to do, I should create more relationships. I should create more more things, more connections between these NPCs, and I should create more NPCs and more connections, and then extract from there everything that I want. But what I'm going to do is to create a quest for you to see the quest generation here. So I think I like this one. I like this one. So what I'm going to do is go to quests, create a quest, prompt quest. The NPC will be Archibald. It was a retrieval. I'm going to paste it here. But task Kaelin with retrieving it. So retrieval fetch. That's what I want. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so let's create it. And this is it. So we have a long lost artifact tied to the Divine's. Okay, has a surface. Great, so this is like the summary. The chance to claim lost magic and secure your mentor's legacy is too tempting to ignore. Well, okay. Retrieve the mysterious artifact. Okay. And then rules of Holdara. Here we have another location that I can create with this information here in War Elements. And the Whispering Woods. This is another location that I can create in War Elements. So as you can see, the thing that I said earlier, when you create things, it gives you more ideas to create other things. So this is the power of this tool, I think. So we have the key faction, and here we have the other faction, the Cinders Guild, a rogue faction interested in the artifact power. Maybe we could create this faction, we could do some NPCs there, and as you can see, we're world building, as we're session prepping, we're world building around a simple thing that we were doing, right? And it took us 15 minutes now, so I think this is pretty useful. Of course, then all the edits and everything comes later, right? Okay, so what you can do now is take this quest, just copy the whole thing, and then go to the DM assistant. And in here, what you can do is to basically copy everything and then tell it to improve it or write more or give more details, and then you have everything that you need there, right? So that's it. I don't want this video to be any longer. But I hope you draw inspiration from this, and if you like the tool, of course, go to npcforge.ai, check it out for yourself. There's a free trial, 7 days. If you like it, then go ahead, try it, and there you go. See you in the next one.